So we're drawing an eyeball, and you're going to start with a sphere because an eye is a sphere, not the football shape that we're used to seeing sometimes. And then you're going to draw about halfway to the top there. You have half and then 3/4 of the eye. You're going to draw a convex line that's going to intersect the sphere. That's going to become the top part of our lid. And then here in the corner of our eye, because we're drawing as if we're looking at someone's left eye, you're going to draw a beak-like shape, but a curved beak. Since we're the falcons, you can think of a falcon beak. And then we're going to go ahead and draw a concave line. It's going to go downhill and then uphill to connect to the first line you drew. And now you have the opening of the eye. We're going to come back now and draw the iris. So we have a sphere here, or a circle, and let's go ahead and draw another circle. Doesn't have to be perfect because, again, it is a human eye, and none of our eyes are just perfect little circles there, but you do want to make sure a couple of things happen. One thing, that it does intersect the top of the line of the eyelid, and it does not touch the bottom of the bottom eyelid. Now we'll come back and erase. So you do need an eraser to do this. Just come back and erase the top part of the circle for the iris. That's the colored part of your eye. And since we're in the mood of drawing circles, go ahead and draw a circle in the middle of your iris for your pupil. That's how we see. And we'll add a couple more little circles for some highlight. And I like to draw 2 or 3 there. Okay, next thing, we're going to go ahead and define the top lid. So using that circle that we drew, and then erase parts of that circle that are touching there to the opening of the eye. And you can go back and add some shading to make it look more realistic, because again, that is where your eyelid is creasing into the eye socket. And while we're on shading, you can also come back and shade more so right below the eyelid where it's contacting the eyeball, so that way we know that, hey, it is on top of the eyeball there. It's in the socket. Make more of that crease there. And since we're still shading, let's go ahead and do the iris. The darker you shade those little striations, the darker eye color you have. So right now it's probably like a hazel eye or a blue eye. It's not very dark, and I'm going to leave it there for time's sake. Next thing, we're going to do the bottom lid. And we're not going to add too much there because you don't want to make yourself look old or buck-eyed. So just erasing a lot of that circle at the bottom there. Alright, and now we have an eye, but we're missing a couple things. We need some eyelashes. So as I mentioned before, this is our left eye that we're drawing, like we're looking at someone and that's their left eye. So now we're going to draw some eyelashes. Those are going to come down over the eye a little bit, and then as we're moving out, they can curve over. Just depends on pretty much the eye that you're looking at. Don't worry that they're looking too curled, guys, because they still can be curled, but what you don't want is to come back and shade those in if you're a guy, because you're going to look like you have mascara. But girls, if you want to keep mascara on there, that's fine too. Alright, bottom lashes, almost the same thing, but they're going to curve down and inward towards your nose. So this would be, again, the nose area. And there's always less at the bottom and fewer and further between. The eyebrow, I know we're all excited about that. Got all these eye tutorials about how to do the perfect eyebrow. So right above the inside of your eye, you have the bulk of the eyebrow. And going over, and where do I stop it? About 45 degrees out from the corner of your eye. Just curving it over. I'm going to make this one kind of bushy. You don't maybe get their eyebrows done every day. Then come back inside of the shape that you made for the eyebrow and add little hairs. And you can continue doing this as much as you want to make it thin or as thick as you need to. And I'm going to erase my little guidelines there. And of course, you can perfect this by actually looking at eyes, looking at your eye in the mirror. But there you have an eye.